Hello, can everyone hear me? Hello, I'm waiting for Sindy. Lulu's treasure trove. I sent her a link. Moderation activity is now hidden. Oh, okay, show activity. So in case if I or hide moderate. Yeah, I see I'm not used to this, guys. I mean, if you even see and hear me, that's a miracle. That means I'm doing well. Oh, hi, Ola Joe. Can you hear me? That's the link if you want to join me. I was trying to get Sindy up here. She won my giveaway, and I won her giveaway. So she hasn't opened my package yet, and I haven't opened hers, so I thought we'd share the joy. Where's my Sindy Lulu's treasure trove? You can see and hear me fine. Oh man, that's last time I tried to do this, not so good. Now, what time is it? Oh dear, it's after 5. Is Granny D live? Because I don't want to step on her. Is she on today? Because I forgot to check because she's been sick for so long and it's really been worried about her. We're all worried about her. You're in pajamas and in bed. You're still sick? Oh, Ola Joe, I'm so sorry. Everybody's been getting sick. I guess I consider myself very lucky because I have been out of the house 3 times this week. I usually always wear a mask. But yeah, yesterday I didn't, and the day before I didn't, but I wasn't in a large box store. Even at Joann's when I was crashing through the store. If you didn't see that, oh, Joe, I suggest you go take a look at the came in like a wrecking ball or bull in a china shop. You didn't see Granny D. Hello, Linda. Welcome in. Quilty Crocheter is in the house. If you see my head keep going like that, it's so because I'm blind as a bat. So I guess I can put my glasses on and see if I can still read. I need to get my eyes checked. Okay, I can read. Okay, good. Linda saw that video. Came in like a wrecking ball. Crash, bang, boom. I'm so glad there was hardly anyone in the store. It was already embarrassing. Now, let's see, where's my Sindy? Where's Sindy Lulu? Thought I pasted her here. Here's the link to join the live stream. So I don't know. I asked Lindy because she's the one that suggested that we go live together. And I'll open up her happy mail or her giveaway, my giveaway winnings from her. And then she won my giveaway, so she's going to open that. This is so funny. And then, what was it today? Yes, today, Ursula pulled her name out of the box of names for people that send donations in and super chats and everything. So I called Sindy to let her know you just won on Ursula's live, but she wasn't in the chat yet. And she said, that is so funny. She says, because right now I've been emptying out the closet and going through my yarn and seeing what I've got for giveaways. So she was getting stuff ready to do a giveaway sometime in the near future, I would imagine. And then she turns out she won a giveaway on, oh my God, oh my Granny Squares channel, which is Ursula. Yeah, I missed a lot of YouTube this week because, like I said, I've been out of the house. I met up with a friend that I haven't seen in a couple of years. So that was really a joyous occasion for me. Hi, Sarah Nicole. Welcome in. Hi, Wink. Howdy, folks. I'll just learn as I'm not working on a black shawl while I have. Oh, you are working on it while you have sunlight. Yeah, it's the best time to do dark yarn when you have bright natural light. We have trouble seeing the stitches, especially if it's a fine weight yarn. What was I starting to say? Oh, yeah. So my friend, I had made her this gorgeous sunflower blanket. She loves sunflowers. I made it using Hometown Chunky 6 yarn. It's not cheap yarn. $6.99 a skein, plus shipping and handling, tax. That blanket, man, that cost a few $100s. I did a little at a time, buy it when I could, or if I did find some on sale, I'd get it. I still have leftover. I never did do the cream edging all around it. At that point, I'm like sick of the blanket. I mean, I'm like sick of a project. You're like, I'm done with this. I can't do anymore. I worked on that. It was like a 2-year project, basically. But I washed it, and even I thought I wove my ends in really, really well. A couple ends snuck out, and I used a magic circle, and one of the circles opened up. Like, no! So I'm out in the parking lot with her. Luckily, I brought my needles and some yarn. Lulu, there you are, sweetheart. Come on, click the link, and that should bring you up. That's the link to come up, Lulu, Cindy. I really wanted to go live with Chrissy, but having too much pain right now. Well, that's why I sent you the link. I know, hon. I'm in pain too. I'm due for another tramadol. Thankfully, I'm not outside the house. So anyway, I'm in the parking lot doing surgery on the sunflower that opened up on me. I mean, I know enough about the magic circle that it's not gonna. You have to really weave, and I did. So I thought. So after it gone through the wash and the dryer, a few ends poked out and a circle opened up. So I'm in the parking lot up at Hanging Rock State Park in Danbury, which I'm pretty close to. And it's a national park. It's absolutely beautiful. And sewing it in, Ray had the Super Saver Black and the needle. And we fixed it up. Won't even show. I said, just put that part up by the pillows and put a pillow over it. Nobody will notice. She absolutely loved it though. And I had another blanket I made. I called it Made with Pride because it's all rainbow colors and white. Because was married to a woman. They have split up, so they'll probably get divorced. And now my friend has a boyfriend. So my cat's at the door. And I laughed, I said, okay, whatever, honey, as long as you're happy. So now she's got a boyfriend. And the wife did not get the blanket that I made for her. I gave it to my friend. That I also gave her the sunflower blanket and the Made with Pride. So I was so happy to see her. But I did notice we went down to the lake and she had to hold my arm. And my legs were shaky. And I hate to say it, man. I'm like an 85-year-old woman. I guess my legs got weak. Because COVID, we were housebound. I was going to the YMCA, the Silver Sneakers, Well, so Lulu, do you want me to open your giveaway to me? Let me get back down. It fell on the floor. Hi, Angela. Hi, Freaky Geek. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for stopping by. The first time. Hi, Freaky Geek. Hello, all first time here. Well, welcome. I'm happy that you are here. Thank you. I don't go live usually because I'm techno challenged. Nothing works right. The last two times I tried, everybody's like, we can see you, we can hear you, but we can't see you. Or we can see you, but we can't hear you. So right now, you can actually see and hear me. It's a miracle. It's a miracle, I tell you. Do we need more light? Wish I had a backdrop. I do. I have a green screen, but I wish I could show something pretty back there. And I got glare off my glasses. But I need the glasses to see who's in the chat. Hi, Angela Mills. Frozen Stone. Hello, Frozen Stone. Welcome in. Thank you for stopping by. Hi, B Creative Crafts. Oh, yeah, all friendly Arnie friends in the chat. People I'm always seeing out in the YouTube streets. My friends that I've not yet met. Okay, Lulu, what did you send, honey? We're gonna open it up. This part feels squishy, so I guess I better start where it's not squishy so I don't cut the yarn. Hi, Dark Sky. Thank you for stopping in. We won't be on real long. I thought Lulu was gonna try to join me, but she's just hurting too much right now. And I totally understand that. A lot of us, we're not spring chickens. We deal with health issues, pain issues. I got a pop-up box here. Where'd this come from? Hope y'all can't see that. Okay. Hey, colors. Ooh. See pretty colors. What do we got here? Look, 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 look. Ooh. Got an eBay wrapper on it. I love eBay. I've sold a couple things, not much. But before I moved to North Carolina, I actually had yard sale signs all over the neighborhood. Stuff like from eBay to, I had funny signs because I was out of work. I was losing my apartment. I was going to be homeless with 4 cats. But I made a friend on YouTube. She was a trucker, just like I was. This is 2008. If anybody remembers, that was not a good year. People's Fannie Mae disaster and people losing their homes. Hi, Christy. I know this ain't no fancy card, but I hope you know that it is filled with lots of love and care. Just for you. Love you, Christy. Sindy at Lulu's Treasure Trove. I love you too, Sindy. I love you too. I'm sorry you're not feeling well enough to come up and join me. That would have been nice. But this looks really awesome. Look at these gorgeous colors. All these mirror handcrafts. Yeah, I love you. I just hate to say it, folks. I ordered yarn online. I broke the yarn band. And then at the, in another 2 weeks, I'll be scraping for food. I'll be like, I have no money, I can't eat. As long as the cats eat, I'll be all right. I can live off what I've got stored in my butt. Think there's stuff in here, knitting needles or hooks? Oh, this is really beautiful, Sindy. Thank you so much. But I do want to see you open yours when you're feeling well enough to do a video or go live. You let me know, okay? Who else do we have in here? Hi, Steve. Howdy, Steve. My ex-husband's name was Steve. And he used to get this spam call all the time. The guy was like, how would you like a brand new Cadillac in your driveway, Steve? And he was trying to sell him vitamins and all that stuff. So Steve would keep him on the phone, waste an hour of the guy's time, And it got to be a joke with the howdy, Steve. So I try to say howdy, Steve, to you, Steve. It reminds me of my ex-husband. Got rid of that spammer after a while. The guy got tired of it. We're opening it up all the way. Okay, looks like you tried to put it in a priority box, but it wasn't going. I get so many boxes here between Chewy, Amazon, Happy Meal. Save some of the boxes, of course, to repurpose it. I'll wrap it up in brown brown paper that usually comes in a Chewy box. So your gift might come in a plain brown wrapper. But you remember that in the old magazines, the end of the magazines, the back pages would be, marital devices will be shipped in a plain brown wrapper. Marital aids. Oh, this is nice. Oh, there's some knitting needles in here too, folks. Isn't this a gorgeous hat? Look at these colors. Oh, I love color. People ask me what color is my favorite. I love them all. Like right now, with being it's spring, I want to wear spring colors. I like to dress for the season. It's wearing black and dark autumn colors in the spring looks odd. People kind of do double takes, So you wear those colors in the autumn. In springtime, you wear light and pastel colors, and that's what I went into Joann's for. I was looking for Fresh Blooms, my premier puzzle, and I couldn't even remember who made it. It's Premier. And that premier puzzle, Fresh Blooms, must be a very popular color, or they either that or they discontinued it because I was having trouble finding it. Walmart didn't have it. I think they had one in stock. And Walmart for me is a 26 miles round trip. And yesterday I did a 60-mile round trip because I took another computer I have to my computer tech. It's a Hackintosh. It has Mac and Windows in it. But I forgot my password. Surprise, surprise. So he couldn't get into it. Neither could I, but I got it back. Who else is coming that I don't want to miss anybody? Hi, Christine. Christine Ashley. Christine. We call her Christine. That's good because there's, a lot of people with the same names. Now, I'm Christy with a T-Y. But I think we got a Christy with a K-R-I-S-T-I. And then here's C-H-R-I-S-T-I-E. So, yeah, Kelly is another popular name. Mine's just Christy, but T-Y. So if you call me anything else, like it's not Chris, I won't answer to that. Just like Samantha Stewart will not answer to Sam, and I respect that. We all have our name and how we prefer to be addressed. It's part of our identity, So you can't assume when somebody's name is Robert that they want to be called Bobby, because some people get offended. My name's not Bobby, it's Robert. Yeah, I knew a guy named Charles. He wanted to be called Charles, not Chuck, not Charlie, Charles. So, pardon the top of my head because I can't see the chat otherwise. Steve says, laugh out loud, Bridget. Oh, I love to cry. I know, Tank. I was trying to get Sindy up here. I'm actually doing it. Look at that. Tank, I'm live. You can see me and hear me at the same time. This is a different webcam. So, and this webcam that I'm using, take these off. I know I'm a mess. I dire need of a haircut. 3 times I've been got out of the house, and 3 times my hairdresser wasn't in. Like, son of a gun. But she's kind of out of the way. She's at a Walmart. She works at a Great Clips, but she's been doing my hair for so long. I prefer she does it. Just needs a lot of layers put back into it. So, and then I said to her, should I color it? She says, no. She said, I wouldn't. You're going to have a beautiful shade of gray. I didn't know there was such a thing. So here's some of the gray coming in, but she thinks it's going to be a pretty gray. And you're getting old, I guess, when you start tinting your hair blue. But that doesn't even hold true anymore. Look at Froggy Wedding Knitting. She's got a gorgeous shade of Smurf blue on her head. It's pretty. It's a pretty blue. Nowadays, I guess it doesn't matter how old you are. You want pink hair, you can have pink hair. You want some rainbow stripes, you can do that too. Hi, Tank, honey. I'm glad you're in. I'm sorry. Well, I think there's a link that I put in the chat if anybody wanted to join me. I don't know how that part works, but I'm sure willing to learn. So here's a link. If anybody wants to pop up or Tank. Oh, that's right. She can't. She can only chat. She lives in a beautiful place in Tennessee. She absolutely loves it. It's just gorgeous, but no internet. She basically has to drive down the street to get a better signal. Well, that's another thing, McDonald's, Wendy's, a lot of those places have free internet. Because when I was driving a truck, wars, paying bills, and if I could find free internet, because the truck stops would sell you internet. It was really expensive, like $4.95 for an hour's worth of iffy internet. The heck with that. Now, of course, we've come a long way since then. I have a Galaxy Note 8. Yes, it's an older phone, but I love it. It does what it needs to do. And it has unlimited mobile data. And I have Wi-Fi at the house. Who looks fine? Do I look fine? Oh, you look very pretty today. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Sindy. That's sweet. Hi, Diana D. Oh, beautiful Jeanette from DOY Creations. I just love her. She's so pretty. Jeannie Van Hilmilla. Hi, Jeannie. Dawn Aaron, Loving Hands Creation. Hi, Dawn. Thank you for coming in. I put the link up if somebody wanted to join me. I was hoping Sindy and I could do this together. But the thing with chronic pain, you could be feeling good 1 hour. Pardon me, my nose is itchy. You're going to win the lottery or have a fight. Um, yeah, you could be feeling decent 1 hour, and then an hour later, you're like, oh man, got the number of the truck that hit me. And that's how it is because a lot of us have fibromyalgia, back issues, arthritis, you name it. Get a list that long. So yeah, I've got days like that. But as YouTube has pulled me out of the depression though. And all of you guys have done that. Pulled me out of the depths of depression from the pain and feeling so useless and lonely. No, I'm not lonely now. I may be alone, but I'm not lonely. I've got all you guys go around running around the YouTube streets like a wild child. Who's going live next? Now that I know this is working, maybe I'll be able to join someone's live. Because I've been really shy about doing that because of the techno challenges. So I'm hoping it's this camera up there, or I'm not sure which camera. Might be the built-in webcam. You see the other one, the light's supposed to be on. Oh, okay. But the other camera, that'll be good for tutorials because when that light is on, I know it's recording. And I have a software editing program that wasn't cheap, and it's really complicated. And Magic's Movie Edit Suite 2023. And then they whacked me for $59.95 for the upgrade. I forgot that I joined, I guess, a yearly subscription. I forgot about it. And they overdrew my bank account. Like, ah! So I get in there and start moving some stuff out of savings to put back into checking. I don't think I got whacked with an overdraft charge. But I called them and said, could you refund that money? No, you have to give us a month's notice. I'm like, oops, I didn't know. Because it went to an old email that I hardly ever use. I hate Yahoo Mail. It used to be a good mailbox, but Yahoo's gotten, I don't know, they tried to improve it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I prefer Gmail. And you see my Gmail address in my About section. I have my YouTube address, my home address, and my Gmail if you ever need to contact me. I'm not hiding out from the law or any stalkers, so my information's out there. Some people are real private, and they don't put anything in their About section. So I can't send them any happy mail. I can't even contact them and say, do you have a mailing address? So just keep that in mind, folks. If you want to be that private, can't get hold of you to email you to ask you, can I send you some happy mail? Who else is coming in? Hi, Regina Reed. Hello, darling. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate that. I was trying to, Dory is going to help care for Granny D. Oh, bless her heart. Oh, my gosh. Dory is amazing. She offered to come here and help me, but it was a really bad timing. My right leg was in agony from falling through the bathroom floor. The left leg fell through, but that was fine. It was the right leg that went straight out. So that just hyperextended all the tendons and ligaments and whatnot. Then I had to get my leg up and out to the right. I had nothing to pull myself up with to get out of the hole. I was in agony, I'm telling you. Walker in my house right at Thanksgiving. She offered to come. I'm like, no, the house is a worse mess than it is now. So it's because it's hard when you can't keep up with things. I always kept a neat house. Not anymore. I paid my handyman. I was going to give him $50 last month, but he went above and beyond. He dumped the litter boxes. He cleaned up a lot of stuff off the back deck. He did so much, and he did this in like an hour or less because he had a helper with him. So yeah, I cash apped him $100. And yesterday, the computer tech, Calvin, he's awesome. But yes, the bank account's getting low. In the meantime, I had a pair of my mother's gold earrings, or vintage gold earrings that they dangle. And they each had a diamond chip in the middle. I was thinking about taking them to the pawn shop for money. And I'm thinking, they're only going to get melted down into a blob of gold with everybody else's stuff. So I gave them to Calvin, and he was like, well, are you sure? I said, yes, Calvin. He's got a girlfriend. And she likes vintage stuff. Let me take a peek at the chat here. Hi, Dawn Laval. Welcome in. Hi, Nani May. Thank you for coming in, Nani May. So yeah, I'm thinking, I think I made the right decision because money isn't everything. What would I have got from a pawn shop for those earrings? Certainly not what they were worth to me in sentimental value. And in gold value, I'm pretty sure they're 18 karat gold. I mean, his earrings are very, very old. My dad bought them for my mom. He bought her quality stuff, diamonds, Her her earrings, she had diamond earrings, and they're like 1 carat of diamonds in each one with a center stone, and they were set in platinum. So, and then her wedding ring matched, but that was set in white gold, not platinum, but they studded just diamonds all over the place. I'm telling you, we used to go to New York and ride the New York subway. She'd have to cover her hand up because the lights inside the subway would catch the ring, and you see little sparkles all over the side of the car and the other side of the wall. And there's little sparkles, she'd cover her ring up. Daddy used to tell her, if anybody mugs you for that ring, he said, swallow it. Dang, that's a big ring to swallow because it was like 3/4 of an inch wide. I remember as a kid, I put it on my finger once and then I couldn't get it off. My dad was flipping out. He's bellowing, I'll cut her finger off. I go, no, Daddy. It was absolute bad. I had soap on it. I got that thing off and it hurt. But I got it off. It's better than having my finger chopped off. It wouldn't have done that, but I wanted to see what it looked like on my hand. So anyway, he said his girlfriend loves vintage stuff, and I'm sure she likes vintage jewelry. Plus, an interesting backstory. It belonged to my mom for so many years. My mom was 60 when she passed away, so I have outlived my mom. So there's a lot of stuff I didn't learn from her because she died younger than me. She couldn't have told me when she got to be 69 years old. How does it feel when you're 69, Mom? I'm learning it firsthand since I'll be 69 in July. Which is my Cancer sign is 69, right? Oh, the two crabs or the loop around like that, something like that. It's a sign of the Cancerians. What else we got in here? Who am I missing? And I apologize if I do. Christine needs to go on the Jay Jordan channel when they were having her singing. Oh, she loved to hear me singing and playing the guitar. Thank you, Sindy. That's sweet, honey. Yeah, I've got my old cable television shows on Vimeo and on YouTube. Archival footage back in 1980, 80, 81, 79, 80, 81. A long time ago, I was skinny, had blonde hair. Of course, you have to have blonde hair when you're on television. Things are looking really good for me, very promising. They had a studio booked for me in Manhattan for Manhattan Cable. 3 cameras, a studio audience. We needed 4 sponsors. I had at least 2 or 3 big sponsors out of the 4. Everything. I was on my way to the big time. But my producer got hit by a car 1 or 2 days right before Christmas. He almost died. He was in the hospital for months. He never fully recovered. And you know what? The business does not wait for anybody. They really don't. There's always somebody who's prettier, who can sing better, who's more talented. So, and a lot of it's timing too. Madonna was up and coming. He knew Madonna. He knew her as Louise. He knew a lot of famous people. Everybody knew Lou. That was, and I grieved over that for years. I grieved my big chance to be a household name and rich and famous. But you know what? I learned something very important. God knew better. He knows I'm very impressionable. He knows I'm naive. He knows I'm way too trusting. I would have gone in maybe with the Madonna crowd. And they were a fast crowd. Could have got in with the wrong crowd. Because I wasn't a grounded type of person. I didn't have rules. I mean, my parents are okay. My dad especially. But I didn't have any brothers or sisters or nobody to kind of keep my head up straight. So I could have ended up like River Phoenix or Flash in the Pan or drug overdose, or something really bad could have happened, and the Lord said, "We're not going to let that happen. You're not going to be rich and famous." So, but again, I may have only been rich and famous for a few years, and then something bad could have happened, very bad. So God knew best. That's why things happen for a reason, and I'm okay with it now. But it was a long time. I kind of why should be rich and famous? That should be a household name. I should be on these commercials. I used to be able to sing, not great. I mean, I could carry a tune, but the vocals are an instrument, and if you don't use it, you lose it. So now I'm more like on the raspy side. I really can't sing anymore, but I haven't been playing my instruments. I'm just devoting more time to crochet right now, and all of you folks. Hi, Zoila. Hi, Mary Lou Russ. Hello, Zoila. Does anybody want to come up? Because I posted the link. I know Andre's still feeling very sick. That's Older Joe, the crocheting sailor. My favorite sailor. I almost joined the Navy too, by the way. They had to put me in a separate room because I was distracted the men. Okay, I was wearing a white top and used to tied in the back. It was all the rage back in the 70s. Platform shoes, short dresses with the matching panties underneath. Oh yeah. So I passed all my tests with flying colors. I knew that. I knew I'd be lousy in there. I have mathophobia. But English off the charts. All the other, all I had to do was sign on the dotted line. And I kind of regret not doing that because I met a fella. I met a fella, and I was with him for 3 years and one day. So and that's how my mom was going to join. I think she was going to join the Navy too, and then she met Daddy. So she didn't go into the military. But the Navy was my branch of choice. But then again, back in the 70s and early 80s, still a lot of discrimination against women. Really. I mean, I encountered that in construction. I worked construction for a lot in the 80s. I was an assistant millwright. I worked with pipe fitters and electricians, carpenters. I had my hands on all the tools and trades. It was great. What I didn't know, you show me once, I had it. I loved it. I loved it. Doing the oil press, it was a machine. You're drilling through steel this thick, and you keep using tapping oil, and then Hilti hammer drills going down into the cement, drilling holes for the post. We were building up a factory. And I did landscaping at Merck. I thought landscaping, sure, I'm a landscaper. I got hired as a landscaper. But the men always made more money than I did. And then I got laid off when things got slow. I looked up jobs in the newspaper and, forklift drivers, because I drove a forklift. And you didn't have to get certified back then. But I could not get a job. They said, "Oh, I'm sorry, the position has been filled." I got suspicious by the fifth or sixth call. So I was engaged to a fellow. His name was Bobby. He's on my old TV shows. You'll see Bobby. And I said, "Honey, why don't you try calling them and see what they say?" He called them. They're like, "Sure, come on down and fill out an application." Bingo, light bulb moment. They were discriminating against me to be a forklift driver because I was a woman. And this is in the 80s. Now you go to warehouses. We truckers went to all warehouses. See women on forklifts all the dang time. I think the industry owes women a lot of reparations because we were shut out of so many industries. I think New Jersey had their first female state trooper. I think, and I remember, and sometime in the 90s, it was a big deal. Finally, a female state trooper. Now you got female troopers, you got female firefighters, female jet planes, fly everything. But look how long we got shut out. And what's funny about history? That like 100 something years ago, a woman to work in an office was absolutely unheard of. Oh no, you're not women in an office. Oh no. And then of course, over time, so you saw women working in offices. And you wouldn't see a man doing secretarial work. Oh no, that's a woman's job. You know, I'm just, you can't pigeonhole people. Like, I never knew I could do construction as well as I did. I loved working with my hands. I liked trying different things. I was young and adventurous and good physical health and all of that. So don't tell people they can't do something based on, well, let me figure out if I can do it. At least let me try. So, oh yeah, I opened this up already. All right, everybody. Like I said, I didn't want to hold anybody up, and I guess nobody else wants to join me. I put the link. You said you all can hear me real good. Hi, LaShira. Thank you for stopping by. Rita's here. Dawn Aaron is here. Okay. Andrea. Jessica at Show Me Confections. Sorry you're late. Oh, honey, you're not late, Jessica. I was actually trying to do a live with Sindy. But everybody's been sick this week. Granny D's been sick. Ola Joe, the crocheting sailor, she's not feeling good. She's in her pajamas in bed. Cindy's hurting real bad. And I know when I'm hurting real bad, I don't want to go live. I mean, I'm uncomfortable, but I'm sitting still. But trust me, when I get up, I'm probably going to take a painkiller and go back to crocheting and get on the phone. I'm on the phone all day looking at YouTube and looking at stuff. So, but it's good. At least I know this is working. That y'all can hear me. You can see me. I was looking at the wrong camera though. I'll have to look. I'll look at the replay and see how retarded I look. See, did I do it wrong? See, and another thing, YouTube didn't ask me if I had a green screen. Right now, it's a green screen. I could have ocean waves behind me, a night sky. Crazy Poppy Lady, hello. Yes, in the middle 90s, it was the same here in the UK. I wanted to be a bricklayer when I was young. They refused to employ me as there were no toilets on site. What a cop out. You're right, because when I worked at a chemical plant at Seawarren, New Jersey, we were taking the whole plant down, this great big cat, cut it out. There was a toilet, but it was a height to the toilet. Guess what? I could squat and piddle. The men were just, cold to duck behind a pile or whatever, take a piddle. They did the same thing. And now they make a device, a woman can stand up to pee. Excuse me. I bought that thing in the 80s. And I went to the St. Patrick's Day parade in New York City with five girlfriends, five gal pals. And man, oh man, I was like, you want to feel empowered? Try this. Because we're drinking beer like fat kids eat cake at St. Patty's Day. You're kissing everybody. Everybody's kissing and hugging in New York City. You're Irish. Everybody's Irish. What's his name? Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali. He would have been Irish if he'd been there. So anybody would have been Irish. It was a hell of a great time. You drink your weight in beer and you're bar hopping and you got your beer on the street. They didn't bother you. They could carry your cup of beer. And yeah, when you drink beer, after you go pedal the first time, every 20 minutes, man, you got to go. So I had this, what I called it, my Pee Wee Henrietta. I named it Pee Wee Henrietta. And all the gals got a chance to use that because sometimes you'd have to use the men's room. You have to jump in here, pee real quick. We just rinse it off on the sink. It's fine. It's just pee. Pee is sterile when it comes out of your body anyway. So it's not until it's exposed to oxygen that it starts to smell pissy. It smells stinky. Hi, Bronx girl. Welcome in. Hi, Pet Dancer. My fairy yarn mother. She sent me so much yarn one day. I had no idea who it was from. Katie's been yarnified. Hello, Katie. Oh, so many friendly faces. Hi, Shira. Hey, yarn again. Yes, she's here. Queen's Bridget. Hi, Bridget. You took a few minutes off from spinning and cuddling your baby lamb. Man, I wish I had a baby lamb. I'd be cuddling them all day. I just would kiss him, cuddle him, and kiss him. You're so lucky to have a baby lamb. It's good to see you, Bridget. I'm trying to read the chat. My eyeballs are not so good. It's either I got to get real close with no glasses on, or put the glasses on, and then it's glaring and it looks. I hate that. See the glare on them? It's a prescription, but my prescription's out of whack. I have to get it done again. But you know what? That costs money. I don't know if Medicare pays any of that or Medicare rewards plan, which I have with United Healthcare, if they pay any of that. No, but I got my fancy Bluetooth hearing aids through United Healthcare. Love these. When I listen to the phone, it goes right into my ears. And they're good for about 12 hours before the battery dies on them. And then I have the spare pair that are the dumb pair, and this is the smart pair. The dumb pair are just like regular hearing aids. I don't know what's everybody going to do tonight. I know my Fairy Treasures was on, but she was on the same time Crojo's Corner was on. And that's one thing I do try to be very considerate the few times I have gone live, is to not step on someone else's toes. But you know what? The YouTube streets, it's like city streets, more and more buildings being built. And there's more people in those buildings than there was last year even. And you know, I thank Crystal from Bag of Day Crochet. She has inspired so many of us. I wanted to do this years ago, but I was driving a truck. And when I drove local, I was only averaging maybe 4 or 5 hours of sleep a night. I mean, I didn't have time to eat. I didn't have time to cook. It was like had an hour drive to get home, and that's trying to drive 5 miles over the speed limit. God forbid you were in front of me and you weren't driving the speed limit or more. I'd be like road raging at you. When I get home at this time, I'll get 5 hours sleep. And then I would get home and open up a can of peas or corn or something, just so I didn't go to sleep with my stomach growling. But that was hellacious, that job. 5.5 years, and that was J.B. Hunt. Safety first. Well, half of us drove half asleep anyway. Safety first. You know, we were always catching cat naps, and we were in day cabs catching cat naps. Meantime, my place kept getting robbed because I was out of the apartment for hours. I mean, yeah, it was really hard. I'm so glad I don't have to drive a truck anymore. I really am. The government has messed it up. They've taken all the joy out of trucking. They've interfered with it too much. Too many cooks spoil the broth. So you have a nation of very stressed out and unsafe truckers out there now. They really are. They were not trained the old school way of road courtesy, you know, communicating with each other on the CB radio. A lot of them don't have CB radios. I don't move that truck without a CB radio. No way. They are your eyes for 5 miles up the road. A trucker could be letting you know, and they'll pass the information back, you know, each trucker to the next trucker. Hey, you got a jackknife at the mile marker so and so on Interstate 80. You know, and the roads get full of snow and ice. And that's why you see these massive wrecks, like 50, 60 trucks, and all these cars get squished up in between because the drivers are not running CB radios. I don't know your phone number, buddy. I can't call you up and say, hey, you know, you got an outside flat tire or your brakes are smoking. But think about it. So, yeah, give the truckers a lot of room because they're not the way they used to be. When I first got into the industry, it was 1996. We had a lot of camaraderie, the brotherhood. And they weren't even as sexist to me in 96 as they became later on when they realized there's more and more women coming into trucking and we're not going away. So they actually got mad. They got more sexist. Yes, it's true, crazy poppy lady. She says, sometimes it's like we find channels that we haven't come across before, but it's hard to find a slot to slide into. And with time zones and clocks moving forward or back, keeping up is a full-time job. Yeah, and I forgot it's 5 o'clock. Maybe I forgot to check up to see if Granny D was on. But she turns out she's not, so fill up her spot. Granny D is the den mother of YouTube. Just remember that. She always brings us all together, and that's how I got to meet so many awesome people in the crochet community and the yarning community. And I've only been in it about a year, a little over a year, so some of our peeps are sick right now, or is it the little C? Kelly Manier, I don't know who's got the C and who doesn't, but I know Andrea from Olajo, she's been real sick. Uh, and people are getting sick that did get vaccinated, so figure that out. Misty, my dear friend, she had to get vaccinated. She was a worker, a nurse, an essential worker. And she couldn't really take it because she's got a compromised immune system, rheumatoid arthritis, and some other issues, and a weird kind of blood type that the body doesn't get rid of heavy metals. And she got a whole list of stuff going on with her. And they've made her take the vaccination. And I was so against that. I said, no, this is America. You cannot force people. That's just wrong. And anyway, she still got sick with the COVID 3 times, and knock on wood, I've not been sick. I mean, I stay in more, but I do go out, I wear a mask. And it's funny, last year, if you didn't have a mask, they would tell you to leave the store. Either you wear a mask or you leave. Now I'm like the only one wearing a mask. You know what? There's more bugs and cooties out there now, too. It's not just COVID. There's like some kind of weird norovirus that's going around, and that's an airborne thing. I got that a couple times. I woke up one night, I said, I feel a little nauseated. So I started to walk toward the bathroom. I exploded from both ends. I mean, all of a sudden, no warning, just a slight moment of nausea, and then brr, I exploded. I just threw myself into the shower, nightgown and all. I reached up, I turned on one of the faucets. It was the cold water one I turned on. And I broke out into such a sweat, though. I knew my blood pressure must have plummeted. It was really scary. My friend Connie, who I'd seen earlier that day, she got rushed to the hospital that night with the same thing I had. And I was on the phone with work, my trucking job out in Lebanon, Tennessee, and they called an ambulance for me. But thankfully, by the time the ambulance got to me, I was okay. But I did know that it's going to run its course for at least a day and a half. And it happened to me out on the road. I was driving team with FedEx. I had a co-driver. The wiggle wagons, we call them, the doubles, FedEx Ground. We deliver all your mail and stuff, for at least from warehouse to warehouse. I got sick with that norovirus. Now, guess what? We can't move the truck. So that impacted my co-driver. The wheels ain't turning, you ain't earning. And I felt so bad. Well, then he caught it from me, because on the way home, when I finally felt better, and we stopped at a Wendy's, and I ate. I was starving. I hadn't eaten in 2 days. And on the way home, he lost his cookies driving on the way home from the job, and that was because he caught the norovirus. So that one's a bad one. Hi, Jen Reeves. I think I said hi to Jen. Who did I see? Walked in a very large hospital a couple of weeks ago and realized I forgot to put my mask on, and I nearly had a heart attack over forgetting my mask. Yes, the hospitals do require you to wear a mask. And even when I went to a couple of the big box stores, Joann's and Hobby Lobby, the clerks behind the register, they're wearing masks. And they do a Food Lion when I go grocery shopping, they're wearing masks. They are still protecting themselves from the public. It's not gone, folks. So I don't care if you want to look at me like I've got two heads. I don't want anybody's cooties. And I don't have any cooties to give you, but this way I know I'm safer. We're all protected. Hi, Mama G Gear. Hugs. Mama G Gear. Your internet is twirling because I'm uploading a video. Okay. Oh, good. I can't wait to see. I enjoy your videos. Tank, did Abigail make the hooks? Oh, your hospital no longer requires the masks, Joy Reynolds. Well, you're fortunate. But you know what I found out about hospitals? A lot of sick people in there. So I don't mind wearing a mask in there. They're in the hospital for a reason. It's not because they're 100% healthy. I really love what you said, Sindy. Thank you so much. And you know, I don't do any knitting, but I mean, I can knit a little. I can't read a knitting pattern. And the nice thing about knitting is it does use 30% less yarn than crocheting. But it's just for me, it's too slow. Oh, that's another thing I forgot. I'm supposed to do the chain challenge for Crystal, the Yarny Chicken Cat Lady. I just reminded myself earlier when I was looking something up on YouTube. I said, oh, that's right, I got tagged. I know, but the other problem is I don't have a timer, a 1 minute timer, unless I go live like I am right now and maybe use the phone. Maybe the phone can be maybe I can do that. Yeah, because I got tagged when I told her, I said, I accept that challenge. I throw down the gauntlet. On God! I said, on God! Like we're going to have a duel. And here I haven't done it yet. I put the P in procrastination, huh? Oodles and caboodles of crafts. Welcome in. Thank you for coming by, honey. This was a pop-up live. I was hoping to have Sindy with me because I won her giveaway and she won my giveaway. But she'll do a video when she's feeling up for it. She's not feeling good right now. Got a lot of people in the community that are battling some health issues. Ola Joe's been sick. Granny D, we know, has been sick. I've really been worried about her because she's a frail little thing. It's worry about her. I mean, she's younger than me, but that doesn't mean anything. I'm younger than a lot of older people, right? That makes sense. Oh, big, huge hugs to you, Mama G Gear. I love how she writes my name. She writes it the way I say it. Yarn Barf. Hi, I'm Christy. Welcome to Yarn Barf. Because it's fun to say. Hi, Aisha. Handmade items. Nice to see you here. Thank you for stopping in. I'm happy to see Tank. She's such a dear. She's such a dear person. I love her dearly. I've never met her in person, but there's quite a few of you that I feel that close to, that fondness for. That if I did meet you, you just feel like we've been old friends forever, you know. So I'm really blessed in that way. There's so many good people in this community. Kind of restored my faith in humanity because I've seen the not such good side of people. And so is Dory. You know, anytime you work with the public or, you know, you see the worst of people. And of course, the world we live in right now needs more Jesus. People need more God in their lives. There's only 10 commandments. You just follow those 10 commandments, you'll have a happy life. Simple blueprint for living, right? I don't even look like all preachy on you, but I used to be what they call a Jesus freak. What's a Jesus freak? Somebody who talks about God more than you do, right? Being a Jesus freak, like that's not a good thing. We all need more of the Lord in our lives, I believe. Makes us kinder, gentler people. And with age does come wisdom. You become a little more patient, a lot more tolerant of things. It's not an easy world we live in. Sindy, no, Sindy, you didn't do your unboxing yet, did you, honey? Because I want to see the video if you did. Dawn, you're not feeling good either, Dawn. Aw, Cindy's not feeling good. Dawn's not feeling good. Andrea's not feeling good. Aw. Bye, Linda. Have a good meal. Enjoy your dinner. Yes, the 10 Commandments, only, Joe. Praise Jesus. 10 Commandments. There's your blueprint for living. Very simple. Mama G. Guerrero says he always wants to say oodles or noodles instead of oodles and caboodles. Oh, I was in Thriss's live last night, and she's doing her and Andrew. Andrew is doing more yarn dyeing, and I love watching her dye yarn because she explains the whole process as she's doing it, and got a great bird's eye view. And someone in the chat said, well, how do you know when the yarn is done? I'm a smart mouth. I said, oh, when they keep cooking it until the noodles get tender. And later on, I'm like, yes, and then you taste the broth. And I'm like, no, just kidding. Everybody in the chat was cracking up. Thriss has got it down to a science. She really does. She's amazing. And what she had done was she had mailed some of her amazing yarn to Crystal at Bago Day Crochet. I don't know how she did that. I didn't know. She didn't think Crystal had an address that was public anymore. But she did. She got it to her. And Crystal flipped. She flipped out. She's like, oh my God, this yarn is amazing. It's gorgeous. Thriss and Stitches. Thryss. Thriss. I think that's an old-fashioned name, isn't it? Thriss and Stitches. It's a perfect name for her. And her yarn dyeing company is named Full Spectrum. And she's just, her and Andrew's learning too, and he did a real good job last night. But we had a fun time in the chat. So yeah, you want hand-dyed yarn? We know Thriss and Stitches does an amazing job. And we have some other yarn dyers in the community. I believe it's Melissa, Crochet in Agreement. She does yarn dyeing, and you get to watch her as she's doing it. And a lot of people have crossed over from just sewing and crocheting. Now they're into spinning yarn, knitting socks. It's a very flexible community. Nobody seems to be, oh, this is all I do. No, and it looks like one person will inspire someone else to try it. Like I heard Bridget gives the best tutorials for knitting socks. So we've had some people say, okay, I'm going to try it. And I bought the knitting needles. I did the tiniest little things. I was like, oh man, I'm never going to be able to do this. But I did get them. But I think I need more than just the one little circular set. Because I think, don't you have to have something to hold your stitches when you're doing a heel turn or something? Mary Lou Rose, throw the noodle out. Yes, throw the noodle out the wall, and if it sticks, it's done. That's what I used to do when I was a kid. It would make my mom so mad. Well, that's how I knew the spaghetti was done. She's like, stop doing, don't throw the spaghetti on the wall. Yeah, because she'd have to clean it up. Okay, Crystal, the yarny chicken, the crazy cat lady, she dyed some yarn too. Yeah, I see a lot of people branching out, being inspired by other people in the community. Spring, the fiber enthusiast, she spins yarn. She does it all. She runs a farm. But I think Bridget got inspired possibly by Spring, the fiber enthusiast, and Bridget spinning. And who else is spinning? We have other people now that they've branched out into trying new things, and they're finding out they love it. Bridget loves spinning. And we know Bridget makes awesome project bags and cake cozies and all that. And Mama G Gear says you're not one of the cool kids. You don't have a Bridget bag. So I'm not a cool kid yet. I do have a cake cozy. So I don't know if Bridget made it or not, but I do have a cake cozy. It's like this cute little pouch you put your cake in. Because you know how they have a tendency to collapse in on themselves. It's supposed to help prevent yarn barf. Who else we got in here? Did I miss anybody? I feel like if you do all good things with good intent in your heart, you'll never go wrong. I agree. I agree. Spring dyes yarn. Yep, she dyes it too. I have to say, I laughed so hard when you ran your card into the store display. I had to laugh at myself, but I was embarrassed. Hi, Dolly Joy. Welcome in. Thank you for stopping by. I know you're looking at the top of my head. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get. My eyes are in an in-between stage where either you have to have it 10 miles away or you have to have it up here. It's very annoying. Really need to get my eyes examined. Should get my head examined too while I'm at it, right? I don't know, they might not find anything. Nice to see you, Dolly Joy. Thank you for stopping in, guys. No extra. Yeah, you know what? They still had paper on all the windows at this Joann's. The Joann's just moved into where the old AC Moore store used to be, so I knew exactly where that was. That was still programmed into my GPS because I loved AC Moore. And at that time, too, when I discovered buy one, get two free, I'm like, oh, hell yeah, I'm scooping up that blanket yarn. I have no idea what I'm doing with any of it. And I think that's what started the yarn addiction. I was getting three mandalas for $5, three sweet roll cakes, three for $5. Unheard of prices. So yeah, I was snatching up stuff like crazy. I had no idea. Maxed out credit cards. If I spent $70, I saved $70. So I mean, it was just amazing. And then they went out of business, and I cried. I really did. I cried. No. But now the Joann's has moved into that store, which is a great location for them. But they had all this paper, and the windows are all papered up, so you couldn't see in the store. So I sat outside and looking, kind of figure out should I go check, hobble over to the door and try it. And I saw somebody go in, and I could see a couple people in there. I was like, oh hell yeah, we're going in. And they had the handicap cart, which I was very grateful for. Trust me, because it turns out when I couldn't find the yarn, it was actually dead straight ahead. That's a whole wall of yarn. I was like, how did I miss a wall of yarn? And they had racks of yarn. But in the middle of the store, they had the bulky weight yarn and all that. And all the other stuff was way back. I needed that cart. I said, good. You said, I'll be back as a customer if you have the cart because I have to use them now. I used to look at people in those carts and think, oh, they look healthy. Why are they using a cart? Well, karma, baby. Karma got me for wondering why they're using it when they look healthy. Well, maybe I look relatively healthy, but you don't know what my back feels like and my right knee right now, and I can't walk too good. So, yep. And a lot of people got weaker from with COVID because we were housebound. I was going to the YMCA. I had a cancer survivor group there, and we would cheer each other on. I had a support system for the cancer, and it was wonderful. I remember I was bench pressing weights. I think they started me off with 40 pounds. I'm like, I said, well, you can add more weight. So she added another 20. I'm like, with my legs. I got up to like 200 pounds. I'm like, oh, yeah, we can do it. That's really strong legs. They say that's probably the strongest part of our bodies, especially with women, is our legs. And then that whole year was the worst when everything shut down. You couldn't get out to go to a restaurant. Even churches were shut down. Everything. So yeah, I didn't get out and do anything. So that's going to catch up to you after a while. So my legs are definitely weak now. But I am a little nervous about going to the Y because it's full of people. I have to wear a mask. Sorry. Yes, I did, Tank. She she watched me when I discovered that wall of yarn I did. I started hyperventilating. I got really excited. No, I don't have a yarn problem. Not much. Sheila's here, Lulu's here, here. All my friends, all my yarny friends. Yay. I guess nobody wants to come up. You had a mouse head stuck to my ceiling. A mouse head? How did a mouse head get on the ceiling? What to do? Cat bite its head off and then spit it up there? I mean, how do you get a mouse head stuck on the ceiling? Oh, unless he tried to climb through and got himself stuck. It's the only other thing I can think of. Mice are cute. I'm not afraid of them. I've had a few in the house, and they were just so tiny, like a field mouse. They're cute as hell. They're an inch long. They're so tiny. Smudge gets them. My youngest cat, and he will sniff at him. He will get that mouse. He's caught 4 little mice that I didn't even know I had. I kind of feel bad for him. I really do. But Mice can be destructive. Rodents love to chew. So if you have squirrels in the attic, guess what? They're chewing on stuff. Could be your wiring. Same with mice. All rodents love to chew. Beavers love to chew. They have to chew to keep the front teeth ground down. So yeah, even though mice are adorable, I mean, I used to pet when I was a kid. They're actually very clean and very smart, but they're rodents and they chew, so they can be very dangerous for home. Plus, they leave their little droppings. I mean, you want to open your silverware drawer and find a mouse dropping. And one of them chewed into my oatmeal packet in the pantry. I knew the cat didn't do it. So, yeah, they get into your foodstuffs too. So I don't like that, you know. Don't be taking the food out of my mouth, mouse. You would have had a heart attack. Oh, mices are cute. Little mices. Nana's Crafty Corner, Donna. Hello, darling. Welcome in. Thank you for stopping by. I was hoping to go live with Sindy because she won my giveaway and I won her giveaway. So she was amenable to it, but then she started feeling really poorly because I gave her the link to join, but she was feeling too poorly. We got a lot of people in the community not feeling real good right now, battling one issue or another. Could be allergies, they're getting sinus issues real bad. You can get a sinus infection, man. That's really bad. And that it throws off your sense of balance and everything because it's pressure on your ears, and you feel like you're dizzy and all that, and give you bad headaches, and it's all back. The sinus infections can be brutal. Thankfully, I've never had one, but I heard they can be brutal. And then, of course, you got flu season, I guess, and colds and COVID, and I don't know, all kinds of cooties floating around anymore. So we got some people that have not been feeling too good. Otherwise, Sindy would have joined me. But I hope we can do it, find a day we can do it. Sindy, now that I know that the webcam is working, the other camera is supposed to be working, but it's not right now, but that's okay. It'll work for tutorials. I did discover I can put that down on the table and I can use my editing program and put it right in there. And maybe I can make a tutorial for something. I am working on a project from one of our content creators she designs great patterns. Not going to say the name. I think she wants to keep it secret, which is fine. You know, she basically told me what to do so far, and then when I get to a certain point, let her know, and then we'll move on to the next step. I know what the finished project is supposed to look like. I think mine's going to be pretty big, but I'm a fluffy woman. Now, the style fit me beautiful back in the 80s. Oh, back in the 80s, I had a 26-inch waistline. I think it's twice that amount now. I went from a pear shape into an apple. People say, "Are you in shape?" Yeah, I'm in shape. Round is a shape. Oh, so I did measure around the widest part of my body, which I believe is the tummy area. Um, but then again, I never liked tight clothes anyway. I liked tight pants back in the day. That's different though. I didn't like my tops tight. So anyway, and if it's really too big but it comes out beautiful, I'm sure someone would love to have it. I'll gift it to someone. Maybe put it in a donation for a giveaway to somebody who's a little fluffier than me. Let's see how it comes out. I didn't get to the stage yet where I'll go on to the next step, which would be sleeves. Because that's what's been holding me back. Mm, I want to make cardigans. I mean, there's some yarns and beautiful and stitches that I can do, and I'm like, but I don't even know how to do armholes. You know, I've never made anything other than a towel, a hat, scarf. I like wearables, so it would be nice if I could design my own. I think I could, you know, I've been crocheting long enough, but some things you need to be taught. I don't know how to do sleeves. I hate frogging. I rarely ever frog. I will fudge rather than frog. If I can cover up my boo boo, I do. Rita Pacheco says, my girlfriend always said she wanted to be a carrot. She said, I am an apple. So you're a juicy pear. What's a play on words? Pear. Pearpair. Oh, I made it funny. We're a juicy pear. All right, Yarn again. Prayer to you too, sweetie. Have your dinner. I'm probably going to end this now anyway, so give everybody a chance to say goodbye. You all say goodbye, see each other, connect with each other if you can. So all become one big happy family, big happy community. I don't know. Is Tank a moderator? I thought I already modded her a long time ago, before I even started doing this. And her internet's spotty. She lives in a holler, an actual holler. That's what they call them in the South, holler. She can't get internet there. If anyone's seen Nana Kathleen, she won one of my giveaways, but has not contacted me. I will have to do a redraw if she does not contact me soon. Is her email on her about section, Nana Michelle? Nana Kathleen, I'll go look. Cindy. I don't mind telling someone, hey, you want a giveaway. Angie Bajanda won from Desola Designs. Did she know that? I saw her in one of the chats and I said, do you know you won on Desola Designs? But she may have been past the time to claim it. So, I don't know. Somebody did a giveaway and you have 24 hours to contact them. I'm like, what? Really? No, that's not going to work. Come on. You don't really want to give somebody anything if you're just going to give them 24 hours. Come on. Even the animal shelter give the animal 3 days, gives you a chance to get the animal in 3 days before they put the animal down, which that's not enough time either. No yarn bark, it is not there. What's not there? Uh-oh. Mama G Gear says, I'm twirling too much, so I'll catch you all on the YT street. Yes, ma'am, you will. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for coming by and joining me for a few minutes. I really do appreciate your taking the time to stop in and see all your other yarny friends in the community. So let's keep our prayers going for Granny D. She's still been sick. And for Andrea, Ola Joe. Many of our members need prayers. And also on Denisha Brittle. On her community, you can post prayer requests there. Denisha Brittle is her name. Yeah, so I'll keep praying for each other, especially the members who are in dire need of it. And there's a lady I subscribe to whose son was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, I think, in the colon. He had really no symptoms, and I guess he started not feeling well. And he goes into the doctor, and it's stage 4. Usually stage 4, and it's lights out. Well, guess what? Thousands and thousands of prayers coming her way. Good positive energy. He underwent chemotherapy. Kelly Barlow. It's Kelly Barlow Creations. And he was cancer free. They said the tumor shrunk down. You couldn't even see it. I mean, it was really a miracle. But that's what the power of prayer does. And it did work. So, I mean, a lot of people, you become emotionally involved with your friends on YouTube. And so people who are really close to Kelly, and they've been following her for years, they were devastated with the bad news. And then they were crying tears of joy when she shared the good news. The good news, it looks like he's going to beat this. Thousands and thousands of prayers and cards and everything else. So let's keep our prayers going for the people in our community who need it. Now, God bless you all. I love you all. I really appreciate you coming by to see me. We'll have to do a live with Sindy. Well, Sindy, I hope you do an unboxing video, hon, when you feel up to it. But keep those prayers going. And thank you so much, everybody. I don't have any outro music. I'm not fancy enough to do that stuff. I don't know how to do that. Like, Ola Joe, maybe you can teach me a couple tricks. How do you play music on the way out, or dancing, twerking pigs or chickens or something? You're not going to find me twerking. It just seems so abrupt to just end stream. Just like that. Just like that. No wind down. No, you have to play. You know. I got to feed the cat. He's been pounding on the door. That's Rascal. He's such a PITA. You know what that stands for. He is. Bye, sweetie. Love Ola Joe, my favorite sailor. I love Mama G here. Oh my God, there's so many people. I love you so much, guys. Zoila, you're awesome. Love you too. Ooh, we're trying to, oh man, truly amazing. Hello, and we're shutting it down. Do a countdown and then sing your way out. Okay, let's do a countdown. We're on our way out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next time I'll bring the accordion. I can play a few notes. Thank you, everybody. Love you all. See you later on in the YouTube streets. There's always something going on. You're the best. Thank you so much for being in my family. I do appreciate you more than you know. Feel better, Sindy. Want to see you open up your prize. Bye for now.